This is the EMOTIVA BASX A5 5-channel amplifier. I'm excited. We're gonna open it up. We're gonna check out what's inside. Let's unbox. All right, so I have the EMOTIVA BASX A5 channel amplifier. I have also some rack ears. So huge shout out to EMOTIVA and Nick for sending this out for me to review. So I'm super excited because it's been some years since I have upgraded my amplifier. So let's open this up and check out what's inside. So I'm gonna be replacing, technically not replacing, I'm still gonna be using it, but I'm going to be replacing my EMOTIVA UPA 700 7-channel amplifier. I think it's 80 watts a channel. I'm gonna be swapping that out with this, and then I'm still gonna be using, the UPA 700. I'm just gonna be upgrading it. All right, so this does come double box. So in the box, we have another smaller box. Let's see what this is. So you get your power cord. Looks like you get some 12-volt trigger cables. And EMOTIVA has always been good about this. You've got some extra fuses in case you blow a fuse. I did blow a fuse one time on my EMOTIVA XPA Gen 3. Didn't know it, sent it back, and they replaced the fuse. Haven't had any issues since, but it's good to have these, and it's good that they provide you with these. Okay, so this thing comes double boxed, and it has some styrofoam to protect your equipment when you get it, so very good. And then we have a EMOTIVA manual. And then it comes wrapped in this bag, and it says EMOTIVA on front. Okay. Ooh, it's got that new amplifier smell too. Love that. And there we have it, guys. There's the EMOTIVA BASX A5 channel amplifier. And then let's open up our rack ears. So this is gonna be my first time rack earring, is that a word? Rack earring anything. I've been using shelves, but I do want to rack mount this, so I'm excited to get this rack mount in. All right, so in the box you have your screws and some mounting gear. And then we have our two rack ears. So these are pretty beefy, pretty solid. So I requested these, and I'm excited to put this together. So let's take a closer look at the amplifier. The BASX A5 is a 5-channel power amplifier that delivers 95 watts a channel into 8 ohms and 130 watts a channel into 4 ohms, all channels driven with a rated total harmonic distortion of 0.02% and an A-weighted signal-to-noise ratio of 116 decibels. The BASX A5 features a heavy-duty linear power supply, high-quality Class AB amplification, transparent fault protection, and a trigger input and output. The BASX A5 is designed to operate on either 115 volts or 230 volts at 50 to 60 hertz and will automatically detect and configure itself for the proper line voltage. All right, so on the back we have our 5 binding posts, and then we have our 5 RCA ports, and then we have a stylus LED on or off, and then we have our input and output for 12-volt triggers, and then we have our power switch, and then we have our power outlet cable. On the front you have your LCD screen, you have your EMOTIVA logo, and then you have your button, and you'll have your 5 LED lights that will light up when this turns on. You've got your A5 logo, BASX logo, and then you have the area where you can put your rack ears. So as I said earlier, I'm going to be upgrading my UPA 700. So currently right now I'm using, for my LCR, I'm using my original, not the original, but it's the Gen 2 version of the EMOTIVA XPA 3. So XPA 3 Gen 2, that's 200 watts a channel, into 8 ohms, and I believe it's 300 or 350 into 4 ohms. I'm using my Arndal speakers for the LCR. I'm getting some new speakers for the L&R, and I'll tell you what those will be later. I'm really excited about that. I'm gonna move the 1961s to the back, and then I'll have my 1723 Center S as my center, and then I'll have some new speakers for the L left and right, and I'm really excited about that. But for my other channels, I'm using the UPA 700, which is 80 watts a channel, and then I also have a BASX A1, which is 50 watts a channel. It's a 2-channel. So I'm gonna be taking the UPA 700 out. I'm gonna be swapping it out with this, the BASX A5, and then I'll put the UPA 700 up. I'll move it up, and then I'll use that for the last 2 channels. But I wanted to upgrade because I'm going to, in the future, I am going to upgrade probably to a processor with more channels. Right now, I'm using the Anthem MRX 720. Love that thing, but it's time to upgrade to something with more channels, probably a processor. My end goal is a Trinov, and I think that I can do it. I'm gonna start saving up for it. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but that's my end goal. So that, as you know, has 16 channels natively, and then they upgraded it to where it can support 20 channels. So I want to make sure that, you know, also when I get stuff to test, I may get receivers or processors to test that have more than 11 channels, and this will allow me to have up to 15 channels now. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited to get this in the rack, put it in with the rack ears, mount it, and I may do a live stream after this so that you guys can submit questions. As I've mentioned before, I want to try to do a live stream after I get like a product unboxing. That way you guys can submit. If you have questions, you guys can submit your questions there live. I'll notate them, and then when I do the review of, you know, a product, I can try my best to answer those questions. I don't know if I'll be able to answer all of them or any of them, but I think that would be cool to get you guys' input. So that is the EMOTIVA BASX A5 unboxing. Stay tuned because I will be doing a full review on this once I integrate it into my system and I put it through its paces. So if you enjoyed this video, you want to see more content, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel and make sure you like this video and share it with your friends. All right, guys, as always, no matter where you're at on your home theater journey, make sure you enjoy it. For Haterade Cowboy Cinema, I'm Haterade Cowboy, and I'll see you guys in the next video.